question is like, what are the emerging skills do you recommend for students or practitioners who want to basically enter the space of data science, machine learning, and AI?
I think two things are required, some amount of coding skills, but you can also acquire that quite a bit over time. So my own personal experience is that when I started working in this domain, and even robotics more than a decade ago, I wasn't that great of a coder programmer. So with interest, time, and practice, you can be a lot better at it. But you need to have that interest and aptitude. And then something which is, I think, even more critical is these analytical bent of mind. So a lot of people might think of data science as these some kinds of magical black boxes or even gray boxes that you can just throw in some inputs and get outputs, and that might work in some very standard problems, or if others have already done a lot of the legwork in terms of encoding the problem characteristics. But if you have to tackle a new problem or make a real significant impact, you need to understand a lot or properly, like the maths behind how these models work. So definitely background and experience or some level of expertise in these analytical models, and especially stochastic models, that I think would be key skills to have if you want to be successful in the long term as a data scientist.
I'll second that. I think sound fundamentals. So the analytical bent of mind that Ashis mentioned starts with very sound fundamentals, understanding the basics, right? So we get too caught up on these newer packages and newer ways of using some tool, etc. I think coming from academia, I think what is important is like making sure your fundamentals are very sound, so that how you enter the career is one thing, but how you sustain the career. Libraries change, languages change, but if your fundamentals are very sound and you're grounded with the undergraduate course in this as well as the first graduate course, like understand it well, like not just like I apply to the problem that was shown, but I'm able to apply it to more general ways. That really, I think, if you can start there, that's usually a good starting point. Just being a computer scientist, the types of things I see, they definitely require some programming. But the advice in that sense is similar. Don't get too caught up with one package, one library, one language. Being able to realize, so understand concept, realize it in code. And I keep insisting with my students, if I say Python, you should be able to program Python. If I say C, you should be able to program. I think realizing the language is one thing, but if you're able to understand and realize it in something, that is the key. The fundamentals are essentially the key.